Welcome to another video. My voice might still sound a little weird because I still have a cold. It's also still cold down here, but I'm not wearing a hoodie this time so that I can show off my new shirt. Live, laugh, leg lock. I kind of like it. You can pick one up too via the link in the description. But recently I was cruising on the gram, which is the way the very coolest of people say looking at Instagram, and I saw this video from a fellow I follow and I really like named James Smith.
People look at me and they go, oh, you're big and broad because you play rugby. And I say, no, I played rugby because I'm big and broad. When I did swimming, I wasn't very strong at swimming, so I didn't really enjoy it. But then people who had long torsos, long reach, who weren't too heavy or didn't have the densest bones, they would get to the other end and beat everyone and go, I like this. And whenever I see like a 6'3" broad guy with a good shoulder to waist ratio and a bar, I'll nudge him and I'll be like, who'd you play rugby for? And if they say I don't, I'm like, wasted.
James Smith is a personal trainer and he's also a Jiu Jitsu purple belt. And since he's way more famous than me, I'm going to repeatedly call him out for a sub-only match because that's what you do when someone is more famous than you. You use their name for clout. So if you're watching this, James Smith, I'm coming for you. But when he was talking about ideal body types for different sports, it had me wondering, what is the best body type for jiu-jitsu? I mean, if you go onto any jiu-jitsu mat in the world, you will see a wide variety of athletes and they come in all different shapes and sizes. But is there an ideal body type for jiu-jitsu? Maybe, and I'm going to look into if there is one, and if there is, what is it? And if you don't fit that body type, how can you work best with the body type that you do have? But there is definitely an ideal apparel company regardless of the body type you have, and that's Epic Roll. Whether you're massive and carved from stone or you're short and scrawny, Epic Roll will have you looking your best both on and off the mats in their gis, rash guards, shorts, hats, hoodies, joggers, and more. Plus, you can get 15% off everything they have in store with the code podcast15. Their stuff doesn't just look good. Epic Roll was designed by grapplers to hold up to the most demanding of training sessions. Give Epic Roll a follow on the gram at EpicRollBJJ and make sure you tag them when you're wearing your Epic Roll stuff. EpicRollBJJ.com, coupon code podcast15. Now let's be body positive. I should start by saying that whatever body type gets you on the mat for jiu-jitsu is the best body type there is. No matter what limitations you have, you should still do jiu-jitsu, and whatever school you go to will be happy to make any accommodation you need to get training. And if they won't help you get started, then fuck them and make sure you comment their name below so I can call them out for being dicks. But what I'm really looking at today is competition at its highest level. I mean, everyone can learn to swim, but there is an ideal body type to be an Olympic swimmer. That's what I'm exploring today. Is there a best body type for ideal jiu-jitsu competition? You can reverse engineer this in a way. If you look at the best grappler in the world and see what his body type is, that obviously brings you to Gordon Ryan, and he's not a small person. Is carrying a lot of strength and muscle mass the best body type for jiu-jitsu? If you look at the winners from this year's ADCC and the divisions, you start to see a trend. Gordon is very jacked. Kynan is very jacked, as is Giancarlo. But with Baby Shark and Cade Rotolo, they aren't super hulked out. So the idea that you have to be a mass monster to win an ADCC division is kind of out the window. Yes, Cade and Baby Shark compete in the two smallest weight classes, but if you spend enough time around wrestlers, you know that small can still mean a lot of muscle mass. And like I talked about in this video, I'm assuming / hoping that Cade and Baby Shark aren't already on the sauce. But the huge jacked guys winning ADCC trend is not new. If you look back 10 years ago, you had guys like Romulo Barral, Buchecha, and Cyborg winning their ADCC divisions. Maybe there is something to being the biggest and strongest in the room if that room is full of people who are also really good at jiu-jitsu. Here's a list of some of my favorite jiu-jitsu competitors. Lachlan Giles, the Miao brothers, Mikey Musumeci, the Mendez brothers, Gary Tonin, and of course, the GOAT, Marcelo Garcia. None of the people on that list have mounds of muscle or scream juice head. Marcelo looks like your average short and skinny guy, and he's arguably the greatest grappler of all time. Kind of makes it hard to back up the argument that to be the best grappler in the world, you have to be a mass monster as well. I'm not an idiot. I know that size and strength do matter in jiu-jitsu, but Why do the skinny guys still have success if we're seeing so many massive guys win at the highest levels? Is it possible that the best body type for jiu-jitsu is really just taller guys who are skinny and their physique isn't anything to write home about? Or is it that there is no best physique for jiu-jitsu and it's more a case of adapting your game to your body and not the other way around? Tall and lanky is usually a tough guard to pass because you can frame well and maintain space as you need it. You can have to just trust me on this one since, look at me. Short people are usually hard to choke because it's hard to find their neck. Skinny and flexible grapplers should focus on using their flexibility to escape bad positions. And if you're one of those people, you probably have a speed advantage over your bulkier opponents. If you're very bulky, you should focus on your weight distribution and how you can use your size as an advantage to wear on your opponents. If you have long arms, you can catch darces from anywhere. Again, I'm speaking from experience because I love a darce choke. Long legs, triangles are your friend. One of the best things about the world today is the internet and your ability to watch just about every single jiu-jitsu match that has ever happened. This means that somewhere in the world there is a competitor who has a similar body type to you and a rolling style as you, and you can watch every match they've ever done. Are you tall and lanky? Then check out some of Keenan's matches and his technique. Small and not super strong? You should watch as much Marcelo Garcia as possible. I actually think everyone should watch as much Marcelo Garcia as humanly possible, but that's not the point right now. Are you very strong and muscular? Gordon Ryan matches and instructionals should be your best friends. The best competitor is going to be the one who can develop the best game to work with their own body type. I think one of the best tools that you can use in your jiu-jitsu life is recording your rolls. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I record everything. And on top of posting it to the gram, it really helps me analyze my technique. In a night where you do 10 5-minute rounds, it's going to be nearly impossible to remember everything that happened and what worked and what didn't, let alone why. But if you have the video, you can always do a film study and you start to notice trends. Being self-critical can be challenging, but it can also help you shape your game. Are you not finishing your scissor sweep because your technique isn't good or because you aren't strong enough? If you watch the tape and your technique looks good, but you can't get your partner moving, then maybe you need to focus more on sweeps that don't rely as much on power and rely more on your opponent's reactions to things and them putting themselves off balance. But you might not know that's what's happening unless you can watch and see it. You might not even remember that you tried scissor sweeps when you rolled. The video never forgets. What you also have to remember is that focusing on what's the most ideal game and technique for your body type, it only matters if winning is really important to you. And I know that's kind of a weird thought, but just stick with me for a second. I'm competing in a sub-only super fight in a few weeks, and if you're in the New Jersey area, you should come watch. Comment below that you want to come, and I'll get in touch with you about tickets. But in this match, I'll be relying on my A game, the things I do best and the things I know will give me the best chance to win. My A game is not what I most like about jiu-jitsu. In fact, it's not even in my top 3 favorite things about jiu-jitsu. When I go train tonight, I'll spend a little bit of time working my A game, but then the rest I'll be doing things I like and trying to learn new things. If I wasn't competing soon, I wouldn't be worried about what technique is best for my body type. How do I use my body most effectively? What techniques work best in my game? It's only because I plan on winning that I'm focused on those things. If you just want to train for fun and you like rolling and there are parts of jiu-jitsu you really like, then don't worry about your body type or what is right for you. The best techniques are the ones that you enjoy. The best body type is the one that gets you on the mat. If you feel like you need to get better and you're focused on winning, then do all of the things I talked about to find what technique is best for you. But if you just want to roll, then just do that. I hope you find this video helpful and that you did enjoy it. You made it all the way to the end, so I will assume that you at least partially enjoyed it. In that case, why not give the video a big thumbs up? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click this video to watch it, or maybe this one over here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.